What's the deal, Pickles, and welcome back. We have gone back and forth with somebody a couple times. You may or may not know him. If you don't, you should. We are at the RCF Shop, here to hang out with Evan and check out some of the new stuff he's got going on, see how some of this stuff is made, just have a good time in the process. So, that being said, let's get after it. Where's it at? Aha! Right there. Nice. Speaking of goals, just look at this. John, I think I died and went to heaven. This is just wild, man. He's got mini bikes in here that are older than you. On top of manufacturing awesome mini bikes, Evan does other stuff too.
Yeah, I've been a professional fabricator since 1996, so mini bikes is not my only gig. I've spent probably half of that time, you know, over the last 25 years doing custom hot rods and race cars and performance vehicles. Mini bikes just happens to be RCF's main focus. As you can see here, we do take in some other type of work. This is a 62 Bel Air X-frame or GM X-frame. Handmade all the step notch here. This would be what the stock configuration would be to compare the two. But this guy's running air ride with a big step notch. He did a body drop, did some sectioning in the rear.
It's so squeaky clean, like it really is.
I try to do the best job I can do for the customer.
It's just seamless and it looks so good. I've walked through the shop and I'm just looking at all the different stuff that Evan does. I hate to be that guy, but I can't find anything wrong with anything.
Well,
I'm like, he's got to do something bad. Like,
it happens, I promise you. But the thing with me is I won't let it leave the shop. One of y'all buys something or somebody gets something and there's something wrong with it, reach out to me, because we are human here and things do happen. Things slip through the cracks sometimes. But one thing that most people will tell you is that I'm more than happy to work with you to take care of it and make sure that you're happy with what you purchased. You're not just buying a product from me, you're also paying for customer service. And I'm happy to help people get through builds and help work through problems. It's something I love, and it's something I love seeing people get excited about. You know, and to be able to contribute to that excitement for me means the world, and making some memories in some kids' mind that he'll never forget, just like mine when I was a kid.
Personally, when we got our micro mini frame, I had a lot of questions, and you were always more than happy to answer them. And I was like, I really hate to bug you, and you're like, you're not. That's what I'm here for. Yeah. Let's go check out your mini bike art. Go over all your awesome frames that you make. How it all started, and the man that started it all.
I'm Evan Ruble, RCF Minibikes. This is my micro mini. This is the original prototype. I originally set out with all the intentions of using the little 49cc two-stroke engine, and it was really just a fluke that the 79s fit in there. As you can see, there's been some updates since the production version came out. You know, the frames now are all 7/8 like most other mini bikes, 5/8 axles, bronze bushings in the neck.
It's just really cool that you still have the prototype sitting around. It's like the one that started it all.
Well, I actually have a prototype of each of my frame designs. That's something that I just try to do. I try to always hang on to the prototype because I want to see, I want to hold some history of where the things came from. Originally, I was just building it for my son, or for any of my children to enjoy. And it was inspired by the Popular Mechanics magazine that everybody has seen with the Tom Thumb mini bike in it. When I started building the Tom Thumb, I really just wanted to do something a little bit different and make it my own and add some things to it, so that's how it evolved.
You took this one idea for this one little bike and just completely changed the game, really, if you think about it. I mean, you might not say that, but everybody else does.
I don't see it from the outside, is what I say. We're going on 500. We're at about 490 of them sold since I've been numbering them, but there was probably 30 or 40 of them that got sold before numbers were even involved. Just over 500 of these that are out there built by me. I try to accommodate what people need for their needs and for their children's needs. They've always been really easy to put training wheels on. You can just put threaded stock through the peg bar, even on the production version. and run like a lawnmower wheel or something on each side, something small.
A bike for everybody.
That's right.
People are going to be collecting your bikes later down the road the same way you're finding one-off bikes from back in the 70s.
So this is my prototype of my drag micro. I think I've sold 150 or so frames, and it fits a small block. Small block clone engine, clone style. There's always an argument about what they're called, but clone style, so 212 or 6.5 horsepower. This started out as a custom build for a customer, but the things that were changed from this to production was obviously this had custom pegs, whereas the production one has just a peg bar. This used the old style neck like I have on my Micro Mini that uses a bronze bushing, and I upgraded the neck to using a 1 3/8 OD sealed roller bearing like a wheel bearing and a 5/8 bolt. I also dropped the bars a little bit and just ran a straight bar, and then also the top rails just go straight now. It's not a lot different, but you know, I have a little bit more stylized jack shaft mounts on the new one, or on the production version. But that's where this started. This is the first drag micro from RCF, and this is what started what you're seeing now with the production drag micro frame that's out. So this is my standard frame. I always had people's voices in my head going, when are you gonna make a frame for us guys? When are you gonna make a frame for us guys? You can see that it's kind of like, it's got lines of some of the vintage stuff. I guess you could compare it to the RCF version of maybe a Doodlebug or something that's a real popular frame. But I was just trying to make something that was kind of for everybody, was versatile. You could put 212 in there, you could put a big block in there, you could pretty much fit whatever you need to in the engine bay. Fender mounts for the real traditional look. It admittedly has not been my most popular frame, but it's an option nonetheless. And my goal is to just kind of have something for everybody's taste. I brought this wheel down here to kind of show the versatility of this frame. I'm more of a dirt and grass rider, so I wanted a frame that could accommodate, you know, a nice sized knobby tire like this. This is a 145/70 by 6 diameter. A pretty standard tire that would come on like a Doodlebug or comparable bike. So you can fit that tire and you can tear up your backyard or somebody else's backyard.
Just don't get caught.
Just make sure you get permission.
Exactly.
I think a lot of people have overlooked it because maybe they think it's small like my other bikes. But I wanted to show this tire to show everybody that it is, in fact, a standard size mini bike. And of course, I've got the upgraded sealed bearing steering hardware on this one. Fender mounts are optional because not everybody wants fenders. And then, you know, of course, I try to put my maker's mark and everything. So I've got the logo laser cut there and the fender mount on the rear. And then up here in the fork tree.
Well, otherwise, how are they going to know who made it?
That's right. All right, so this is my full-size drag prototype. For a long time, I've heard people tell me that, or ask me rather, why my bikes are so small. It's just kind of the way it worked out, and they were selling, so I went with it. But I saw that there was a desire for me to come out with a full-size drag frame. This is something that I've developed over months and months of time. I built it numerous times in my head before I even built it in reality. I really wanted this hump, I really wanted this line. The lines are really important on this bike to me. The junior drag or go-kart style tubular mount, you would use either a go-kart style mount like this that clamps to the bottom, or there's a 3-clamp style junior drag one that you can get with jack shaft and everything on it. The other thing that I did different on this was for the live axle hangers, because with my drag micro there was a lot of people wanting to run different tire sizes. Well, I made this adjustable so that you could run basically whatever size tire you could fit in there. And along with that, what I did is made the brake mount in a way that it was slotted here and it stays right in between the bars of a wheelie bar if somebody was to put a wheelie bar on it. And you never have to reposition this regardless of where this is at. You're always able to move it just enough to clear the wheelie bar. So built-in wheelie bar tabs, top and bottom. These have been revamped. This is the prototype frame. So there's subtle differences just like the other prototypes. This one had the logos down here. I eliminated that. I added a bit more clearance for the wheelie bar if this were to be all the way down. I did the gusset up front rather than these support tubes. You could fit a flathead Briggs engine in here, but it was real tight, so I added about 1 inch of height, and if you actually can get a shot down in line of those frame rails, you can see that the farther frame is definitely about 1 inch taller. Again, I was trying to make it versatile. You can fit small block, big block, junior drag setup in this one. This is more for the serious racer, the guy that's really going to do some serious drag racing and wants something that's going to hold up and work right. So this is my production version of the same frame. And as I mentioned, subtle differences. You've got the gusset rather than the support tubes. This is an optional tank that I offer with the side fill neck. And then I also offer, come on over here, and there's a wheelie bar. The thing that people don't realize about my wheelie bars either is that they're built, you know, just like a full-size drag car. You just crack a jam nut on the bottom and you can lower or raise your wheelie bar wheels as desired. So that makes things a lot easier. You're not having to unbolt things and everything to adjust your wheelie bars. You just loosen this jam nut on the bottom of each top bar, and then you can just spin it free and raise and lower it. I think I've sold over 30 of them already. They're all numbered just like all my other bikes. The seat is something that I'm developing. This is just the basic aluminum pan seat, fitted, it has the holes and everything. This is something that I'll be offering. I will also offer a custom designed RCF upholstered seat for them as well. I just haven't had time to get to that yet. Working on getting my orders filled and keeping everybody happy. Yep, so that keeps me pretty tied up. We don't have enough American-made stuff anymore that's affordable. So a lot of the import stuff is taken over the American-made stuff due to cost of manufacturing. So I'm doing my best to try to keep prices where people are happy. Some people get it, a lot of people get it. I'm happy with the support that I get from everybody with this stuff. So
I can tell you just from looking at these bikes, this is not your Chinese frames. I have seen some of those Chinese frames that it looks like it's no thicker than a drinking straw. And me and John both have snapped a bunch of those frames. Quite a few red bikes. We'll leave it at red.
One of our previous videos where I jumped the mini bike and the foot peg says shh.
That wasn't the manufacturer's fault though, now let's be fair.
It was wall thickness.
Operator
the whole
error.
wall went with it.
Operator error.
We all do it, you know, just send her a little too hard.
In the situation that something like that does happen, everybody that purchases a frame from me signs a liability waiver, because you are responsible for your own actions. Once you
Don't do stupid stuff like me. They're not meant to jump.
once you do whatever you want to do with this, that's on you. All I'm doing is providing you the means to do stupid stuff.
So basically what you're saying is, when we build the standard, don't tell you when we jump it?
Yeah. I think I got a waiver from you already, so we're good. I want everybody operating these things in a safe manner. You know, a lot of guys want to go fast. The only thing I do have to say is, you know, throw a helmet on your head. Try to be safe. You can have fun and still be responsible and safe. Make some memories.
Stay out of the hospital.
Stay out of the hospital. Please.
What's the deal with this one, Evan?
This is a customer build. He already purchased and built a drag micro, and he really wanted a custom trike for a big block. And we discussed the front engine mount. This one is all welded with silicon bronze rod, so that gives it the gold look. It's really more for looks.
It's beautiful too.
But again, this is one of those ones where I really focused on lines and just wanted all the lines to work together and complement each other. You know, you can even see that the angle of the back of the Nerf bar matches the angle of the back of the frame.
It's the little things, man.
You know, and how these supports are in line with this rear hoop, and it flows down, and then this line flows off of the frame there. It's all real intentional. These aren't done. These are going to be removable, so they'll have inserts. They'll have some tubes going across here so you don't get your leg stuck under the tire there. It'll get a steering stabilizer. It's getting a 6-piston front brake caliper on it. This is a 19-inch wheel off of a Yamaha motorcycle that was provided to me by the customer.
She is a big one too.
But I did a lot of different things with this. Like, I like to do things like angle the bottom of the fork to match to be parallel with the ground. And then I did these pass-through style handlebars and stuff on this one, which is a little different from my regular stuff.
This is pretty, man. Can I sit on it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Heck yeah.
I like it. A little bit of a reach.
I like it.
You know, it's meant to be extreme.
Well, I mean, once you get the seat on, it'll
Yeah.
bring you up a little bit.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Yep, that'll help a lot.
I want one. I want one. I do. I really do. I've thrown the idea out there about building a trike
Yeah.
a couple times, but never knew what approach to do it. But I mean,
What keeps killing the idea is we don't have enough pavement out where we live.
Yeah.
this thing's cool though, man.
And this is kind of how I've always envisioned building one.
And it's actually comfortable.
Now this is something that I don't have plans to put a trike in production at the moment, but just like anything else, if there was enough of a need or a want for them,
If I ask really nice.
I can custom build anybody anything they want.
Right.
But as far as production is concerned, it's not something that's on the immediate plans.
All right, yeah, this has been a really good time. It really has. We appreciate you going over all the frames and stuff with us. There's so much stuff here, so much cool stuff, and I don't want to leave, but we kind of have to. So,
Well, it was a pleasure having y'all, and
we really do appreciate
appreciate
it,
you
man.
coming
We
out,
appreciate
taking
it
the
for
time
real.
to take a look at everything and kind of get an idea of why I do what I do and, you know, how it's done in the backside.
It
And
was good to actually be able to meet you.
absolutely, yeah.
If you're interested in your own RCF Mini, by all means, check out rcfminibikes.com, this right here. That way you can check out all the available frames. You can check out swag if you want.
Yep. The full-size drag is not on the site yet, so you'll have to message me. You can message me through the site. You can message me through Instagram, Facebook, any one of those. So if you have questions about anything you don't see or can't find, you just reach out to me and I'm happy to help.
If you haven't already, you can like and subscribe. Make sure you use the links in the description to pick up a t-shirt from Minibike Apparel or a Rattle Can Customs t-shirt from Stover Customs. Make sure you check out the RCF Minibikes. And until next time, y'all get up, get out there, get after it.